What is this culinary masterpiece? What's so special about it? Where was it created? And how is it prepared? Stay tuned as we explore the history behind this exquisite dish. I'm so excited I could explode. Okay, I'm done. Also known as the explosive omelet, I know I said I was done, but I couldn't help myself. This dish is called Omurice. It consists of a heap of fried rice mixed with ketchup and topped with a thin, light omelet. The omelet looks pretty standard at first. That is, until you delicately slice it open and its creamy interior oozes over the rice. Then douse it with ketchup or demi-glace, which is a rich brown stock-based sauce. Eggs, rice, and gravy, a true comfort food. Omurice was created in Japan and comes from a cuisine called Yoshoku. Yoshoku appeared in the 1800s after a U.S. Navy officer arrived in Japan to make a trade deal. Before that, Japan was relatively isolated from Western culture because of its geography and strict feudal society. Japan eventually signed the trade deal, and a new era dawned. Known as the Meiji Restoration, Japan was no longer isolated from Europe and the Americas. More Americans and Europeans began visiting Japan, and with them came a demand for Western foods. Thus, Yoshoku was born. It's a fusion cuisine that combines common Western flavors and ingredients with traditional Japanese elements. It opened a whole new world of food to Japanese citizens. They believed that eating like Westerners would make them stronger and healthier. It may not be scientifically accurate, but that's how the story goes. Anyway, one of the most popular Yoshoku dishes created is Omurice. At first, Yoshoku was considered a luxury food. But after World War II, Omurice became more affordable and accessible. And despite being rooted in the desire to please Western palates, it became a common cuisine for many Japanese. Several restaurants claim to have created omurice. One origin story comes from around the year 1900 at a Tokyo restaurant called Rengate in Ginza. Another comes from a Western-style restaurant in Osaka. According to the legend, in 1925, a chef in Osaka decided to modify a frequent customer's order of an omelet and rice. He added ketchup to the rice and wrapped it in an omelet. The sauce and ingredients may vary. Regardless of who made it first, the way of preparing it remains pretty consistent. Using chopsticks, whisk several eggs into a frothy mixture. Of course, a whisk works too. Whichever tool you use, it's all in the wrist. Then, strain the egg mixture through a mesh sieve to give the omelet its silky texture. Add milk and cream, and set the mixture aside to rest while making the fried rice. You can add a range of ingredients to the rice like onions, pork, or chicken, but ketchup is key. After the rice is nice and saucy, cook the magical omelet. Ladle the egg mixture into a non-stick pan. Stir it with chopsticks and be careful the eggs don't burn or stick to the pan. Once again, all in the wrist. When the eggs are slightly undercooked and runny, delicately fold or roll the omelet into its signature oblong shape. Place it on the rice, slice it open, and drizzle it with ketchup or gravy. Bada bing, bada boom, omurice. If this sounds a little too advanced for your, how shall I put this, top ramen cooking skills, there are plenty of places that serve omurice. You can go to Kichi Kichi in Kyoto, several restaurants in Tokyo, or Bar Moga in New York City. If you're into Japanese food, maybe you'd like to find out why fresh sushi is so expensive. Well, you can. Just watch that episode of Origins of Food.